What you're about to watch is some commentary from our friend Captain Chris Caldwell.
So if you are just tuning in for this video, it probably won't make a lot of sense. This is a video of our generator being removed. This is kind of the extended cut for all the story around it and more context about why we're swapping out our generator and what we put in and what the new generator is and all the end results. We've got a whole nother video just focused on that. This is just the removal, and it's riveting.
Well, it actually is. Captain Chris called us the morning of our haul out and said his father-in-law was visiting and he needed to get him out doing something, and asked if he could come up and watch our haul out and he would get some ground footage for us. And I think you might agree, what he gave us was so awesome. And this is what Chris does,
Yeah.
is he teaches new boaters all about the boating experience. And this video, I think you're going to learn a lot about boats, a lot about haul outs, shops, cranes.
And,
I don't know, every time I watch it.
and even if you're not into boats, it's just kind of fun to watch. It's like watching a color commentator giving play-by-play on a baseball game, and it was fabulous. And it turns out Captain Chris's father-in-law used to be a crane operator back in New York City way back in the day, and he was just as fascinated by what he was witnessing and all the little hand gestures going on. So it's a really great video. I hope you enjoy it.
There we go, unedited. Thanks, Captain Chris.
Here we go, Cracker Boys Boatyard, Fort Pierce, Florida, Atlantic side. Got a Bayliner 4788 coming in. It's going to go into the travel lift well right here. The straps are going in the water. The boat will drive into the well on top of the straps that are underwater. They will lift the boat, and then this giant machine called a travel lift, by name you can figure it out, it's going to lift the boat and travel to the parking lot behind us. So we've got a current coming from screen left, wind from screen right. It's a twin engine boat using both engines to twist, one engine forward, one engine in reverse. Think of driving a bulldozer, an army tank, or a bobcat. One forward, one reverse to twist it. Beautiful. Heard that little noise, the bow thruster, move the bow over. And they're just going to idle into the travel lift well across the straps. And you can see the boatyard workers are grabbing the handrails with those poles. That way they can push and pull and align the boat in the travel lift well. See the strap lifting? Rear strap, that will slow the boat down by grabbing the boat. Now the forward strap. And you just saw the boat jerk a little bit. That's the best way to stop the boat from moving. Now the helmsman will turn off the engines. By the way, the engines are water cooled, so they're sucking up water that the boat is floating in. So they'll suck up the water to cool it. And they'll need to turn off the engines before they lift the boat out of the water. On the boat, at the base of the handrails, there's little signs that say strap. So that's where the boatyard workers know where to place the strap, so it will balance on the boat for lifting, and also the rear strap will not damage the propeller shaft. Look to the back, screen right, down this red painted area. You'll see a gangplank. So the owners of the boat are going to have to walk the plank, just like in an old pirate movie. So that's the way they'll get off the boat. And that's the mechanic Eddie throwing some moving blankets on the boat, because they're going to remove the old generator, repair the bed that the generator sits upon, and then they'll put a new generator in it. They'll have to come back to put the new generator in place. Maybe you can hear the wind in the microphone on the camera. We've got an east wind coming off the ocean, so it was really not difficult to maneuver the boat into this tight space, but a good skilled helmsman can handle it, make it look easy, no big deal. And it was no big deal. So as soon as everybody walks the plank and gets off the boat, okay, here we go. They're staying on board the boat. So I'm going to move over out of the way so it doesn't roll over my toes. You heard the beep beep? That's the alert that the travel lift is ready to move. While they're lifting the boat, I'll swing to my left. See that big yellow crane over there? They're going to lift the bad generator out of the back of this boat, set it on the ground, and then they will put the boat back in the water, take the boat back to the marina, where they can actually do some work on the platform underneath the original generator. The platform needs to be rebuilt for the different size new generator. And then another day they'll come back to Cracker Boys, lift the boat again just like this, and use that crane again to put a brand new generator into the back of the boat. The purpose of the generator is just like our houses here in Florida for hurricanes. You need electricity if you lose power. And if you're cruising on bigger boats like this and you want to sleep overnight, you need air conditioning if you're at anchor. So here we go. You can see the wheels rolling. These are hydraulically powered wheels on the travel lift machine. Look at the bow of the boat. You might see a hole or light. That's the bow thruster. And you can see the black anti-fouling paint, which is used to discourage parasitic growth like barnacles and seaweed. And that anti-fouling paint, I believe, is about 6 months old, so it looks pretty good. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, Captain Chris?
Doing good, doing good. So we're here to watch the show. On the back of the boat, you can see 2 propellers underwater, the trim tabs for stabilization when the boat's going fast. And the name of this boat is Why Not? And let me swing back to the right. They're going to drive the boat over to that crane, and the crane will lift the generator out. So I'm going to, well, I'll keep rolling. Look at the steering radius on those steering tires on the front of the travel lift. And I don't know if you know it, but the operator is that guy over there with the yellow box. It's a remote controlled travel lift, so the operator can walk around port side, starboard side, right, left, front, and back, and get everything lined up. So here we go with the crane. That's Rick operating the crane, general manager of Cracker Boys here in Fort Pierce. That's Teak on the right. Sean with the yellow box. Everybody's got cameras waving to everybody. And here's Elise, Captain Elise. and her father in the car, 89 years old. If you haven't figured out, that red ball is called the headache ball. If it hits you in the head, you got the idea. Don't know if you can tell, but up there on the crane where it says Broderson, there's an angle indicator showing the angle of the boom. The lifting capacity of the boom changes with the angle. So there's Eddie the mechanic. He doesn't have too much hair compared to Chris. It's got plenty of hair, even a ponytail. So that's the headache ball. So they're booming down. Watch Eddie's hand signals. And I don't want to get too close and get in their way. And you can see Sean over here, he's going to move the travel lift. Cannot move the crane because the crane's got its feet. See the 4 feet down, and the rubber tires are lifted up off the ground. So that way the crane is a steady platform. Now they're just doing some fine tuning. And the boom is telescopic. And they're trying to make sure it does not touch the fiberglass roof of the boat. And you can see the different joints on the boom right there, the crane boom. They've got a big chain bridle onto engine lifting eyes. There's Eddie giving a hand signal. And plan A, subject to change, but plan A is they will use the cable to lift the generator, and then Sean, the travel lift operator with the yellow remote control box, Sean will then drive the boat away from the crane and the generator, so that way we don't have any crashes or booms, or boom as in breaking things. See, the boom is telescoping again. Another hand signal with the fist, that means stop. And I apologize for not getting closer, but I do not want to get in their way and disturb their operation. You can listen to the wind, or I can chat with idle commentary. But I see the boom cable wiggling around, so they're working it, trying to get everything attached. Okay, Eddie's giving some hand signals. So he's revving his fingers. That means tiny, tiny, little lift. I don't know if you saw the boom go down a little bit, because that means it's taking a load. And again, little bitty fingers, light, 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 light. Fist, stop. Eddie the mechanic's coming back up out of the hole. And that big piece of plywood behind the magma barbecue pit, that's so it will slide up that and not damage any of the white fiberglass transom of the boat. Another hand signal, let it down a little bit. So anybody out there buying a boat, and if you've got a bad generator and it's beyond repair, meaning it doesn't make sense to repair it because of its age or whatever is wrong with it, this is what you need to go through to get the old one out and then reverse the process to put the new one back in. Also, I'm going to assume what's taking so long to get it out is the hatch that the generator went in is pretty tight, meaning, let's say if the generator is about 3 square feet, the hatch might be 3.5 square feet, making it a tight fit to get it out the hole. And I know on this particular boat, the generator's not straight down the hatch, but down the hatch and then scooted forward about 2 feet. So that way you've got more room for people to go in and out of the hatch to service the rudders and everything else in the lazarette or the rear part of the boat under the deck. Another hand signal, tiny, tiny hand signal. More hand signal, stop. I don't know if you can hear the sound of the engine changing on the crane. So as he's just moving the cable back and forth, there'll be a very minor engine sound change. More hand signals. So, just letting the cable down a little bit. What he's trying to do is lift it up, scoot it, lift it up, scoot it, lift it up, scoot it, to make it come perfectly straight up out of the hatch. Okay, he's giving go back about 2 inches with his fingers. Now he wants him to move it to the left, screen left, port side of the boat. See the boom move? Okay. Okay, we've got all the looky-loos coming by. Front page news tomorrow morning. Okay, the cable's coming up. You'll see the headache ball in just a moment, the bright red headache ball. Now he's using that piece of plywood so when they slide it off the stern of the boat, it does not damage the fiberglass part of the boat. Just giving the hand signal, twirling up. Now you can see part of the generator, bright red generator. Okay, it's halfway above the coaming on the stern of the boat. Move the boom to the right, to the starboard of the boat. Watch it'll jerk a little bit. And they have to watch that ladder going up onto the fly bridge. Make sure it doesn't contact that ladder. The generator might weigh about 600 pounds. Pure guess. Ah, they're going to try to take it out of the back door. So that might be an idea. The door is too thick. If you look at the door, it's maybe 6 or 8 inches thick, making it too thick or too small of an opening for the generator to come through the transom door across the swim platform. I don't know what that was, if that was an airplane or a bow thruster on a boat at Harbortown Marina across Taylor Creek from where we are. Hear the engine change sound? They lifted the boom about 6 inches. And they're going to put the moving blankets around the door so it won't scratch or slide on the white fiberglass. And this is all hydraulically operated, so the crane operator's got the gift of touch. Can't get too rough on the controls because it will bang up, bang down. They're moving the boat. Oh, this is sweet, 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 sweet. So Sean, the guy with the yellow remote control box, is actually moving the travel lift, and it's coming out. What a deal, what a deal. It's nice when you got a bunch of professionals that know what they're doing. So there goes Sean driving the travel lift. And the generator's just hanging in the air right there. So now they're going to take the boat, put it back in the water, drive the boat back to the marina, and take their time fixing the platform that the generator rests on, and then come back in a few days and install the brand new generator pretty much opposite of what we've just done here today. If you want to learn more about cruising off-grid with a generator or with solar panels, you can ask Captain Chris. I'm CaptainChris.com, and that's Captain Chris that owns the boat. So again, hope you enjoyed it. No crashes, no booms, no bangs. All went well today. Reporting live from Fort Pierce, Florida, Cracker Boys Boatworks. Yeehaw!
If you enjoyed this style of video, please do subscribe to Captain Chris's YouTube channel. You can find it at Ask Captain Chris. He also has a great website at AskCaptainChris.com. He is such a gift. He and his wife Elise, Captain Elise as well, are such a gift to the boating community. and giving so much information and providing training resources for new boaters and getting us all comfortable on the water.